Hi. Good morning, everyone. Okay, always so much fun starting my camera. Alrighty, so um, this is what I'm gonna make next week. Anyway, we won't talk about that right now because that's a surprise. I was just kind of researching a few different things. So what we're doing today is I forgot to bring the water over again. But anyway, okay, so what we're going to do is we're kind of going to build on something that we did the other day. Hey, Monique. Hi. Good morning. Nice to see you. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little hummus with these chickpea garbanzo beans that we did the other day or yesterday. Did we do those yesterday? Anyways, we did the garbanzo beans. Hi Jane, good morning. So we're gonna do this, and then I did roast a couple of peppers. So it's always a good idea whenever you're cooking anything, to throw something else in the oven that you'll be able to use later. And then that way you've got some other ingredient that you can throw into a different recipe, and that'll change it up and make it all good. So the other thing I have here, this is all that's left of the beautiful zucchini that we made yesterday. A little dish of the zucchini, and then we added, oh my gosh, we did zucchini with oregano, nutritional yeast, garlic, and Parmesan. It was a Parmesan. So yeah, completely plant-based, really yummy and cheesy, and it turned out absolutely fabulous. So it ended up kind of being like a breaded, only it wasn't really breaded. So just having a little cup of my chakra tea here too. So it's a beautiful, beautiful Tuesday. So anyway, what we're going to do, we'll just start with this, and then I will run and grab the water to put with it. So these are the chickpeas, and I did these completely from dry. And so I soaked them, rinsed them, and then put them in the Instant Pot. And the Instant Pot is great because it helps to quickly cook them. And apparently, like if you soak and rinse, then that helps remove the lectins when they're quickly cooked. And we've done a lot of different videos on this and talked about this a lot. And it really does help with the lectins if you can soak your beans as many times as possible, like even 2 or 3 times in the same day, and then soak and rinse the next day. And then after you cook them, if you rinse them again, it makes them even less, bloaty and gassier. So I'm just going to grab that water here and a knife, and we'll put this together. We'll put this hummus together. So for whatever reason, I always forget to bring the water over. So this is my Santivia water system, and it helps to alkalinize the water, which is really, really good for, we're exposed to so many acids and so much, oh my gosh, so many things we breathe and we do creates acid in our bodies. And when there's acid, there's also inflammation usually. And so whenever you have inflammation or pain, there's usually an acid environment. And we can also be acidic just through stress. So, hey, Darlene, good morning. Hi. Good morning, everyone. So, yeah, so anyways, and then I know Monique, yes, pressure cooking does help with the lectins for sure, and that's what I did in the Instant Pot here. And so I know that Monique also bought the water system, which is super awesome and very exciting. Anyway, okay, I keep on yapping away here, and what we're going to do is actually fork. That's what I'm looking for, the fork. Oh my gosh, okay. So I am going to chop these up. Actually, you know what? I don't need to chop them up much because they're going to go into the Vitamix. So it doesn't really matter. Okay, so what we're doing here, and all I did was I just cut the tops off these. I did not remove the seeds or the ribs because we don't really have a problem with lectins here, so I don't worry about that. But if you do have a lectin problem, you know, often they'll say to remove the ribs and the seeds because they contain a little bit more of the lectins in the peppers and the tomatoes. And so we're going to add this, we're going to add this, and so I might as well just put it right into the Vitamix, and we will. It always makes me smile when I use my Vitamix and I look at this lid. It's so awesome to have a lid that really fits, because it was so many years that I really did not have a lid that fit. And it's those little things that are so exciting. Hi, good morning everyone. Catherine. Oh, nice. Okay, so we're adding our peppers, and we're going to add the beautiful zucchini that we made yesterday. So this was just sliced zucchini with the Earth Island Parmesan, which is like this, and then the nutritional yeast, garlic, oregano. We used thyme, which is very antiviral. That we talked about the different benefits of thyme and how antiviral it is, and so it is really beneficial to be able to use things like thyme and rosemary and that kind of thing in a tea during the winter for the antiviral properties. So super important to be able to use those things in our kitchen, you know, to enhance your immune system and to protect against viruses and that kind of thing. And just to, you know, even breathing eucalyptus oil is, or simmering it, you know, that's one of the things that I did right in the spring when all this started to happen, was have a little pot on the stove and put some eucalyptus in it. And you could use eucalyptus, you could use sage, rosemary, any of the antiviral herbs, and just have that simmering through your house. So it's kind of like a, sort of like a humidifier, but much more antiviral, you know, kind of just having that steam go through the house. So, you know, like I said, before the season's over, it's really important to, if you can go, I saw at the grocery store, they still have all the herbs in the little pots, and they're on sale now because it's the end of the season. So you can go pick up your thyme, and you can pick up your rosemary. Oh my gosh, so many different things that you can pick up and just keep them on your windowsill for the winter so that you have fresh herbs. So we're going to, I'm just looking at my, the spices here. Okay, maybe I'll add the spices first. I was going to add them after, but I'll add them now. Okay, so what we're making here is just a roasted hummus, like a roasted pepper hummus with zucchini in it. And so the zucchini already has the garlic. It has the minced garlic, the garlic granules. It has nutritional yeast. It has the Earth Island Parmesan, so it's going to be a little bit cheesy. It has the salt and the pepper. But the one thing I wanted to add to this to make it a little bit more of a roasted red hummus is some paprika. So we're going to add a little bit of, I don't want it too smoky, so I'm not going to use the super smoky paprika. I'm going to use a, this isn't a sweet paprika, it's just a regular paprika. So I've bought 3 kinds. Hey Maple, hi, how you doing? So I have the roasted red paprika, which is very, it's really, really smoky. And then I have the one that is sweet paprika. And then this one's just regular. So I am going to add about 1/2 teaspoon to this. And so that's going to be it, because it already has all of the ingredients from yesterday. If you wanted to, because I put the zucchini in case you guys missed that. I feel kind of bad because the people that weren't watching yesterday won't really know all the ingredients, but basically it's last night's leftover zucchini that we've added to this with all the seasonings. So just to catch you up. And I'm going to add just a teensy bit of the cayenne too, just give it a little bit of a bite. And I might end up adding a little extra of the Celtic sea salt because it is, you know, I didn't put much salt in the zucchini, and there's no other salt in here. Celtic sea salt's full of minerals, and so I really like it. I actually like it better than the Himalayan sea salt because it's more of a mineral content, and it has, it's not very salty tasting, so you can use a lot of it and you gain all of those trace minerals. You also get a lot of minerals from the Himalayan sea salt too, but I find it saltier, you know, and I'm so used to not using a lot of salt that I find the Himalayan sea salt sometimes a little too salty. Anyways, okay, so you guys are used to my intuitive cooking and not being able to, not having the detailed mind to measure everything. So, but intuitively, I think I need more water in here. So I'm going to add a little bit more because we do the intuitive cooking. And we are working with my very ancient Vitamix here, which I'm super, apparently, like I looked into the new carafes, and apparently they're not as strong and they tend to crack. Okay, so we're going to make noise here. Oh, I remember. There was something else. I'm so funny. I'm always forgetting things. And that's my Instant Pot. I'm actually making, I'm going to add some oil to this. I interrupt myself all the time. It's just, it's like so many things happening at once around here. As you can see, I've been gleaning, I've been dehydrating, I've been preserving, I've been making chutney and making shrubs and all kinds of things. So I tend to get distracted by all the items wanting my attention in the kitchen. Okay, I'm only going to add like a tablespoon of that just to give it a little bit of, you know, smoothness in there. I know that the typical recipe actually calls for a lot more olive oil, but I don't really like too much olive oil in it. Okay, so I promise. Okay, we're going to do this now. All right, so here we go. Just hang on to your ears. Okay, so much for intuitive cooking. Oh God, too much water. But that's okay because, you know what I always say, I don't know if you guys watch all the time, but if you watch all the time, you guys that watch all the time know what I always say. And I always say that I do these things and I experiment with healthy foods, and I have like 150 videos on my YouTube or more about healthy, easy meals. 15-minute meals are really easy to do and healthy, and I love to experiment with things and new ideas and simple ways to eat unique and healthy foods. So and I do tend to really not measure things a lot, and I experiment with a lot of foods, and it's so fun to have you guys join me every day because I just kind of go at it, and none of this is professional. I am so not a professional cook. I am a professional herbalist and natural health consultant, but I'm not a professional cook. And so anyway, I added too much water. And I always say that if a recipe goes awry, you can always turn it into soup. So that's what I think we just did. Okay, let me pour this in here because our hummus just turned into hummus roasted red pepper soup. And we did this last week too. Remember we do it often, but we really did it last week, where the recipe started out as one thing, it completely turned into something entirely different. And that's why I think a lot of people, I don't know, a lot of people seem to enjoy watching me with all these experiments, because you can't really do anything wrong. You know, you can always turn it into soup, and it just takes the pressure off trying to you know, try to make a recipe perfect or even accurate. And so you can see clearly here that our hummus is very soupy, and I'm going to just give it a little bit of a taste here. If I had, you know, two things you can do here. And that's the nice thing about just being able to go with it, you know, just don't worry about how it turns out. Hang on. Another sip of my beautiful chakra tea. It's a beautiful blue teal color today. So a couple things you can do with this, right? Because a lot of times when you start on a recipe and it's not doing what you planned, people will try and fix it to make it stay what they planned. And so if you wanted to do that, if you wanted this hummus to go back into having the consistency and thickness of hummus, you could add another can of chickpeas, throw it in the blender, and you'd be back to chickpea, or I mean back to hummus. And but in my case, we make a lot of soup and we eat a lot of soup. So I'm just as happy having this turn into soup as I am hummus. So I'm just going to go with the whole soup thing. And but just so you know, you could definitely thicken this with maybe 2 cans of hummus. That's what I get for adding too much water. But look, it looks beautiful as a soup. And it tastes magnificent too. So there you go. You've learned something new. Whenever you have a recipe that goes awry, there's always a way of fixing it. So that's going to go on my Facebook. We made the most beautiful hummus roasted red pepper soup today. That was supposed to be hummus. Okay, anyways, now you know. All right, so that was fun. That was... Oh my God, sometimes things just don't turn out the way you plan. But it is really good as a soup, so it's awesome. You could sprinkle a little bit of parsley on that. You could do all kinds of things. A little bit more paprika. You could spice it up. You could add coconut milk to it. Like, there's just so many different things and ways that you can change and alter a recipe. So, just gonna move that out of the way here so you can see the next thing that we're gonna fool around with. And so yesterday, oh my gosh, we made the most amazing dessert. It was just like, it was like seriously to die for, but like way too simple. So what it was this is the rest of the coconut milk, and this was a can of coconut milk. So it's quite thick, as you can see. And this particular brand is, I think it was Tropic Isle, and it really has a super thick creamy on top, like a super, as you can see, super thick. And so what we did was we mixed that. I'm going to try and remember. We mixed that with soaked dates and vanilla, I think, is what we put in there. So anyway, so this is the rest of it. So what I thought we would do is to carry on from that whole idea, but make it just a little bit healthier. So that was coconut milk, dates, and vanilla. Yes, that's all. No maple syrup or anything, I think. And then, so what we're going to do here, what I'd like to do is when we made our zucchini yesterday that ended up in the beautiful hummus / soup, when we made the zucchini, I had a really big zucchini that had a lot of seeds in it. And so I was explaining that it's really important to save all of the bits of the zucchini because really, I mean, the seeds have nutrition too. So, you know, we just don't usually like eating the big seeds of the big zucchinis. But everything is just so important. And so the zucchini has so much potassium and manganese. And so you're going to get the manganese from the seeds as well, right? Has well, everything, the skin and the flesh and everything has the vitamin C, vitamin A. And so, you know, you don't really want to waste anything. So I figured I'm going to put this in the dessert. So this was just the little bits that I saved in the fridge from the zucchini yesterday. So this is raw zucchini that we're adding. And we're going to, oh good, yay, the caramel sauce. Yeah, that caramel sauce, like seriously, oh my God, so good. It was just so good. And healthy too, because everyone loves caramel, but it's not really that good for you in the traditional making of it anyways, kind of, you know. Anyway, that's my opinion anyway. Okay, so it turned out awesome. So back to the recipe. I get so easily distracted. So we have zucchini. We're going to take a chance here. We always take a chance when we open up an avocado, because we never know what we're going to get. Avocados are always a surprise. They tend to not be ripe until they're too ripe. And so I'm always a little worried when I open an avocado. Okay, so we're good. It's still pretty good. Not bad at all, actually. And so the avocado is going to add to this dessert. It's going to add your omega-3s, which is super, super awesome. So you have your healthy fats, your omega-3s. Avocados actually have more potassium than a banana. So that's really awesome as well. You can put the seed in the blender too, in like if you're making a smoothie or whatever. I'm not going to, because I'm using the little magic bullet, and I scare that poor little thing enough as it is with everything that I ask it to do. Avocados have folate in them. They're brain food. They're really good for the brain. So we're putting zucchini and avocado in here. I need another little sip of my water here. And so we're going to add the coconut milk, and we are, we're going to add the coconut milk, and this is the creamy part, right? So I'm just thinking, so like usually when you're using the Vitamix, you're putting the food on top of the blade, and so it's always good to put the waterier ingredients next to the blade. And I always forget with this thing because it's upside down, right? I'm going to put the blade on top, which is going to be on the bottom, which means the cream's going to be on the bottom, and I want to try and not make it struggle. So we'll see how that goes since I did it upside down. Okay, so one more. Whoops. What do you think? We're always throwing food around here. I have such a little space to work out of. Okay, we are going to add it. We're adding it, okay? It's going to be rich, but it won't be as rich as yesterday where it was straight up cream and dates. That was like super rich. This is going to be a little less rich because it has the zucchini and the avocados. I am going to add a little bit of vanilla here. So, I don't know, just a splash or a dash, however you want to say that. The coconut milk is sweet, but it's not super sweet. And because I'm going to add pure organic cocoa, this is very bitter. So I think I will add some maple syrup to it. Okay, so I'm going to put like a heaping, because I love dark chocolate, I'm going to put a heaping tablespoon of this in here. Okay. And I don't know. I mean, you could put more, you could put less for whoever's measuring. You guys can keep track. Okay, and I am going to add some maple syrup just to add a little bit of additional sweetness to this. I don't know, what was that, like 2 tablespoons? That was like 3 tablespoons. We do have the coconut cream. Okay, I'm going to add one more, just to make sure it's 3 super heaping tablespoons or 4 level tablespoons. Me and my lack of measuring. Now see, I did this totally opposite again. We're going to have the, well, it doesn't really matter, I guess. We're going to have the powder next to the blade. So hopefully things go smoothly, which is always a stretch for me. Oh my God. Okay, so I have to move all my dishes out of the way here. Okay, let's give this a try. Make the cord reach. All right, let's give her. See what happens. I can give it a little shake. Help it along. Okay. Yesterday, and usually, and today, I end up adding too much water. So I kind of don't really want to do that, but maybe I'll add just, we have another recipe that we do, that we have done a couple times, and it's simply bananas and cocoa, and I do add about a tablespoon of water with that. Like, see, that looks really, really nice, and I would love that consistency because it looks like icing. Looks really, really good. Okay, where's that other thing, that other tool? Because it almost looks like I've gotten it all, but I don't think I have. Let's see. You know, I really hesitate. I mean, look at the beautiful consistency. I hesitate to add more water to that. Look at that. That could ice a cake. I just want to. But I should probably grind down the rest of that zucchini. Okay, I'm just going to add a pinch of water, just so I don't ruin everything. And that's why we have so much fun with this. Okay, so yeah, here I am pinching with a pitcher. Okay, that was like half a teaspoon. Oh God, like that's gonna make a difference. Okay, but I just love this consistency. So the other thing you can do, you can see that lump of zucchini in the bottom. The other thing, this would work way better in this Vitamix, but I only have one carafe, and in order for you guys to not wait while I go wash it at the sink. Okay, let's give this another shot. I'll try and get the zucchini right on the bottom. I am so unprofessional. Okay. One more try. We did it. Yay! I can hear that little zucchini and see it going right down into the blade. Okay, so if anybody knows where I can get another magic bullet, that would be awesome. Because I need more of these things too. And the blades, because I want to make something super special for you guys. And I don't want to be up at the sink rinsing and then coming back. So I need a few, like one more magic bullet and a few more of these. This isn't even a magic bullet. I got this at a garage sale, and it's a miracle blender. Never even heard of that before. But it's a pretty nice little unit. It's taken my abuse beautifully. Okay, so see, it was just the right amount of water. Don't want to, oh my God, that looks so good. It's lighter. It looks like milk chocolate. I am not a fan of milk chocolate, but I do know I used pure organic cocoa, so it should taste darker than it looks. Oh God, I hope so. Or you can add more, you know, if you want to. I'm just gonna pour it in there. Oh God, it's like, should I, shouldn't I? That's what makes it so much fun. Okay, look at that consistency. So this is amazing, really, and you can do this. We did one a couple weeks ago, or a week ago or something. I can't remember. With carrots in the so-called chocolate pudding, and we did ground carrots in the blender. So kind of like making a smoothie with carrots or vegetables and hiding it in chocolate. So if you have family or kids that are fussy, that don't want to eat their vegetables, grind them up in the blender, add some chocolate, maple syrup, and there you go. They get their own thing that they love, and that's super healthy. So I am going to, I can't resist trying this because I've never tried it before. That's awesome. And it definitely has the bittersweet, or the bitter taste, right? So for you guys or anybody else, you can add a little more maple syrup to it. So because the coconut milk is not super sweet, so if anybody's writing this recipe down, I'd probably go with maybe, even if that was like 3 or 4 tablespoons of maple syrup. I don't know what tablespoons equal an eighth of a cup, but I'd say eighth of a cup. And if you really wanted, like, it all depends on how much vegetables you put in, or how many vegetables you put in, and how much everything else you put in. But I would almost go with an eighth of a cup of maple syrup for sure, just to bring the sweetness up. But for me, this is awesome because it has that it tastes like those 90% chocolate bars. But it's got zucchini and avocado in it, so it's super awesome, really healthy. And if you want, you can add carrots and all kinds of things. So there you go. So there's that. And our beautiful hummus roasted red pepper soup. I still have a million apples that I need to process. And the other thing that I am so excited about, I will tell you about really quickly, is I was gifted comfrey, and I have some. I do grow it. It's this really big leaf plant, and I picked it yesterday, so it's a little wilty now, but it has the flowers, beautiful purple flowers. I don't think I have a piece with the flowers on it. And so this is what I'm rendering down today. I'm doing lots of different 4 teaspoons is a quarter cup. Oh wow, okay, so a quarter cup, not an eighth. That's awesome. Thanks, Monique. That's why it's so fun doing this Facebook Live. Everybody gets to jump in and join in, and we get to share ideas and recipes and help each other with questions that we don't know. Anyway, back to the comfrey. I'm rendering this down into an oil, so I'll be making a salve. Comfrey is really good for structural issues, like if you had a sprain, or it will help healing. It helps to heal, but you wouldn't want to put it on an open wound because it can actually seal things off faster than you may want in case it was something that needed to drain. So you do have to be careful with it on an open wound. It has to be at the point where it's ready to close over naturally. But it's also really, really valuable if you have a sprained anything or broken bones. It's really good for fast healing. It's not something that you're going to drink internally, except maybe under professional supervision. So it would be an occasional, it's a medicine, internally. It's not a tea. Don't drink it as a tea. It's not meant for that. It's very, it is really better used as a salve externally. And anyway, I'm excited about that. So I will be having this. I'll be making this salve. I'm also doing a bunch of arnica salve, and someone had asked me for arnica salve, and I had run out, so I'm making a new batch of arnica salve. And now, of course, on Facebook, I can't remember who asked me and said that they wanted a jar of arnica salve when I get it finished. And so I can do a pure arnica. I'm also doing the oregano oil and bay leaf oil. So if anyone's listening and they're the ones that wanted the arnica oil, let me know, or the arnica salve. Anyways, so that's it for today. What I'm gonna do, I have unfortunately I have an appointment that I can't change for tomorrow, and so I will not be here tomorrow, Wednesday at 11. I will miss you guys. I'll be thinking of you while I'm at my appointment, and but I will be back on Thursday. So we will do another really fun recipe on Thursday and learn some new things. And so thank you for joining me. Be sure and share the videos if you want to. Check out my Instagram, and for sure check out my YouTube channel and subscribe. And so have a wonderful day. It's going to be sunny. I'm so happy this weather is lasting. And oh, that's a really good statement. Minik just shared with us, comfrey for the outside, chamomile for the inside. Yeah, that's a good saying too. But yeah, comfrey it's a very, very beneficial and healing externally. It's amazing. So like you could use it as a poultice too. Like if you had a sprain or joint pain or inflammation or whatever, and just make a poultice on the skin. Specifically, it's been used for healing broken bones quickly. Anyways, okay, I will miss you tomorrow, Wednesday, but I will see you here Thursday at 11, and have a really great day and get out there and enjoy the sun. Have a great day, you guys. See you Thursday.